This episode of the Nerd Cave podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/nerdcave. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. But our good friend Derek Daniel has sent us some questions.
Some would call it a butt ton.
Or a thesis. I don't think he sent in a thesis.
No
sent
thesis.
In a bunch of questions.
Just a butt ton.
So we're going to talk about something that's very near and dear to both of us. DC CW shows. And I can't tell you how excited I am to answer this question. Derek Daniel asked, Derek, your thoughts on Manu Bennett returning as Deathstroke for the season finale on Arrow, and how bad things will get for Oliver to have to bring in Deathstroke and Captain Boomerang to help take Prometheus. Now, when I read this, I cannot repeat what I said on this podcast.
None of us can.
Because it was very inappropriate. Like, literally, I was downstairs at work printing off our scripts, and I was, looking at my phone while I'm waiting on them to print out, and I saw that. And literally, I grabbed the scripts, didn't even staple them, ran to the elevator, went upstairs, ran to our office, gave my phone to Adam, my boss / friend, who, we watch Arrow every week at work, and he looked at it and he was like, I mean, how can you not be excited about it if you're an Arrow fan?
Especially when you're an Arrow fan, and I know all three of us at the Nerd Cave are huge Manu fans. And
hey, kid.
Like,
how are you?
Like, the way he talks, just like, I mean, he is the ultimate man crush. Not only for women, but for guys too, okay? We're not ashamed to admit it at the Nerd Cave.
No, it's, I think it's needed, and I think it's overdue for it to happen.
Because I want to say, didn't they put him back on Lian Yu in that prison? Yeah.
And he doesn't have the Mirakuru in his system anymore, because he showed up during that one episode in Season 3 when Oliver and Thea were trapped on Lian Yu, and they didn't really use him right. And I know he voiced that very much, that he wasn't happy with how that episode went. And it was funny because of the way it was released that he was coming back was by... you got a little bug there.
I was like, there's something on my forehead.
So, Stephen Amell tweets out, says, "Welcome back, Manu Bennett." And I'm like, okay, so this has to be real. And then Manu Bennett tweets back, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, don't you do that, Manu Bennett.
Bad Manu.
No. And then, of course, it was confirmed. He will be in the finale. I can't wait.
I know. It's going to be amazing. I like the Legends of Tomorrow, which, Derek, I can finally tell you, freaking loved it. I'm getting ready to catch up. I'm 2 episodes behind on Arrow right now, but I finished up Legends because Derek had brought it up and saying that it was so good. But I think...
I know what happens in the finale.
I think Arrow is going to blow it out of the water, though.
Arrow's just been head and shoulders above what it was, last year and even the year before.
Oh, yeah. I hated the year before. I started pulling you back in on Season 5 with Damien Dark and all that.
Yeah.
I still thought it was too magical.
The highlight of that whole season was Constantine's appearance.
I agree.
At least in my opinion.
I agree.
But I feel like, them getting back to basics on what was so great about Arrow and, what made it different than Flash. Because I felt like they were trying to make it maybe a little too light when they put Oliver and Felicity together, and I'm like, that's not Arrow.
Audacity.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I like both of those shows is because they're both so different. You get your traditional superhero show with The Flash, and you get a bit more of a crime drama with Arrow. But, can't wait to see Manu Bennett back.
Oh, I can't.
It's going to be so good.
It is. I can't wait.
Derek Daniel also asks... thoughts on the trailer for the Cloak and Dagger TV series airing next year, and how dark do you think it'll be, considering it'll be on Freeform, which used to be ABC Family? I did not know that. I didn't know ABC Family had changed.
I guess they did.
I haven't had cable.
I
in
must
like
say I don't watch regular TV.
Yeah, I haven't had cable in like a year or so.
Yeah.
We watched the trailer right before we started recording. It was okay.
I mean, we saw Dagger's ability, where she sends out the diamond shards. We saw her stab somebody accidentally. And, I wished I could have seen more power from Cloak because, Cloak's abilities are pretty cool. But I think it'll be they're learning about their abilities. Like they just figured it out. And in the trailer she figures out that he's the kid that saved her and everything like that. I think it has potential. Every superhero show has potential. It's just where they go with it because the Cloak and Dagger story could be amazing, or it could be like the first 6 episodes of my God, the Marvel TV show Shield. Once you got past that, Agents of Shield was good, but the first 5 episodes were.
Yeah, the trailer didn't look terrible.
No,
but it didn't do anything to really wow me. I'll give it a shot. I'll watch the first episode, but will I keep up with it on a regular basis? We'll just have to see.
I usually give them 3 episodes to pull me in. If they don't by then it's usually bye Felicia.
Yeah. Thoughts on the trailer for Krypton TV show, which is a prequel to Superman covering Clark's grandparents. We saw, there was a trailer that was online but got removed
before we could see it.
Yeah. So they put out a new one that doesn't really have a ton of footage in it, but the concept of it kind of intrigues me.
Yeah, like you kind of getting behind the scenes, like you're actually getting to see Krypton and stuff like that, because that's something we've never really got to see is an extended look at Krypton. So, being able to kind of see that, see his grandparents, and obviously see his parents at a young age, I think that'll be pretty cool.
I think so, too. We've never really seen that at length on screen before. We've seen glimpses of it from the old Superman movie with Christopher Reeve.
The good ones.
Little bit here and there. We didn't really see it in Smallville,
No.
I felt like. Some of the animated movies, we've seen a little bit of it, but I think, seeing that, I don't know how good of ratings it will do because it's on Sci-Fi.
See, that's always the scary thing because when it's sci-fi production, you're like, oh, this is going to be a shit show. Because most of the time, you got your zombie beavers, you got your Sharknadoes.
Hey, don't you dare dish Sharknado. Sharknado is the greatest film franchise ever.
You're right.
Next to Star Wars, of course. Star Wars here, Sharknado.
Somewhere close.
Somewhere right there.
But yeah, sci-fi doesn't have a great...
Oh, my the logo's gone.
Okay.
Oh, we'll fix it.
We'll do it live.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that might hurt it a little bit, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think it'll actually be a pretty good show. I feel like though it should be. I feel like it should be a Netflix show. I feel like that's the strategic answer for anything.
For everything.
But we'll see. That one I'll definitely watch when it comes on.
Oh, I will too.
Did you finish Iron Fist?
Finished it like the 3rd day it was out.
I wish I could do that. I've heard some very mixed things on Iron Fist.
Now, I think everybody thought the fighting would be like Daredevil. It wasn't. It was more scaled back. It wasn't as intricate, but it was still cool. I liked it because it kind of reminds you of the older style kung fu movies, and I love those. So it's not for everybody, but it's for me. I like the fighting style. A lot of people were saying Danny was kind of a crybaby, stuff like that. But all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think he's going to be a great addition to the Defenders, and I can't wait for the season 2 of Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist.
Jessica Jones season 2 is in production now.
No,
Defenders comes out on my birthday.
Oh,
which is very nice.
That'll be a nice little present for you.
So I'm excited for that. Where would you rank it compared to like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage? 4.
But I mean, you can't go wrong. Daredevil, obviously number one.
Yes.
I know Jake is going to give me a lot of crap for this. Jessica Jones too.
I like Jessica Jones.
I loved it.
It was a little too long. I felt like they could have cut out 2, maybe 3 episodes, and that story would have fit in like in a much better time frame. But
a lot of people had the issues with not a lot of action, like a lot of fighting.
I don't know that the storyline though was more psyche and psychological.
And then obviously, you know, I thoroughly like it was super close for Luke Cage and Jessica Jones because I loved the character Luke Cage. I thought that, you know, they did a great job of making it feel like you were in Harlem. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just the life that people live there and the community that they have. But it was so good. And then, you know, Iron Fist comes along and it was really good. But it's like, oh, here's your 4 favorite flavors of ice cream. Choose your favorite. You're just like, but I love them all. So
yeah.
Well, what are yours?
Well, I haven't seen Luke Cage and Iron Fist yet, so I would. Well, I can rank. I would put. I really liked both seasons of Daredevil. I'd maybe put season 1 like very slightly above 2, and then Jessica Jones.
Okay. But yeah, like, because I know I told Jake, and I think I was talking to our friend Chris Haskins about it, and they were like, "What's your favorite, you know, MCU the on the Netflix TV show?" I was like, obviously Daredevil, but I was like, Jessica Jones is really close. We're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, but it is like, and it's because I like it because it's
psychological.
It's the brain battle.
Yeah.
And we're getting to see a person that we've all watched on Doctor Who play just a completely different person, and it just showed the acting chops of David Tennant. I said Matt Smith, the other Doctor, but yeah, David Tennant, and you just, you know, you don't expect him to be able to play that evil role, and I think that's what kind of bumped it up there for me. Not only David Tennant, but the psychological battle between him and Jessica Jones.